in Amherst. All 18 holes are open at Amherst with riding carts available. The greens look great. Get in your first rounds of the season and check out their new look clubhouse. Tee times are strongly recommended at 673-9908. Log on at amherstcountryclub.com and join their email club to receive discounts and promotional emails all season long. Make your tee time today at Amherst Country Club. Do you have all the business you can handle? If you're like most businesses these days, you are always looking for more happy customers. At Epitome Mobile, they can help you do that. Now you can get more business by communicating with them by using the one device that everyone has with them, their phone. Want to convert more of these prospects into paying customers? Add a downloadable smartphone application like the one WGAM The Game has and offer it to your customers. At Epitome Mobile, they can help you create your own customized downloadable smartphone application that runs on all the latest smartphones and use it to help promote your business. With your own application, you can have customers be in constant contact with your product offerings and provide them instant discounts and coupons to generate more business. Pricing starts at as little as $89 per month. To get more information, visit www.mobileappsne.com or call 978-764-1310.
Change a light, change the world. Can we really change the world by changing a light? All it would take is to swap a traditional light fixture for an energy-efficient one. Typical lighting accounts for 20% of the average home electric bill. Energy Star bulbs and fixtures produce 70% less heat, making them safer and helping to lower your cooling bills. That's how you can help change the world. Brighten your environmental future. From the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency.
You're at the starting line of another hour of New Hampshire's best sports on WGAM, The Game.
This is the Golf New England radio show with J.J. Truman on Sports Radio WGAM The Game. And it's brought to you by Golf and Ski Warehouse, featuring Northern New England's largest golf selection at everyday low prices, locally owned and operated since 1989. Owl's Nest Golf Club. Visit owlsnestgolf.com for information on great golf and stay packages. Golf USA, the brands, the selection, the know-how. Before you go to play, go to Golf USA, located at 707 Milford Road in Merrimack. Amherst Country Club. Make your tee time today at amherstcountryclub.com.
Welcome to the New England Golf Radio Show. I am J.J. Truman. Happy 4th of July weekend to everybody out there. This is by far my favorite weekend of the year. 4th of July, celebrate your independence here in America. It's unbelievable. It's a great weekend. The weather's not so great outside right now, but it's going to clear up. Things are going to get better. Have some time to get outside and enjoy the weather this afternoon if it clears up with your friends, your family, and all those good things. Chris Arcand is behind the board this morning. How you doing, Chris?
Morning, JJ.
We are rolling through here on the New England Golf Radio Show, your source for everything golf in New England on the PGA Tour, on the European Tour, everything golf here. We've got the information that you need. Make sure you check us out and you follow us on Twitter here at WGAM, at WGAM The Game. You can get us on Twitter. You can get us on Facebook. There's tons of stuff on there, updates, all sorts of things. We post things on there. All the interviews that we do here on the New England Golf Radio Show end up there, so make sure you check us out on there. We got a great show lined up for you today. We have the Travelers recap coming to you as we covered it last week and made a few predictions, and I actually made the right prediction for once in a last-second one on Sunday. We're picking Freddie Jacobson, who won that. We got some news to talk about on the PGA Tour and the European Tour, some interesting things going on in the golf world. Bubba Watson involved in some stuff, a few other drug mentions around the PGA Tour that are interesting. We'll talk about those. And then, of course, we have the AT&T National that we need to talk about. Tigers tournament, hosting the tournament. Hasn't been in the media as much as I thought he would be. I thought he would be really spotlighted by the media this week. Haven't seen him that much. I guess, is he there? I mean, I saw him earlier on in the week. It's just amazing to me that guys aren't tracking him down and trying to get interviews with him more. Anyway, we'll talk about that. The tournament is off to a great start. It looks like they might get some weather down there this afternoon, so they're going to start a little bit earlier. We'll talk about that in the third segment, and we'll make our predictions for that as well. Maybe I can go 2 for 2, 2 weeks in a row, Chris. Probably not possible. What do you think? Is the curse over since I picked Rory?
I think so.
You know, because I did pick Rory. Wait, so that might be 3 weeks in a row, right? I had Rory.
It is. This will be your third week in a row.
I mean, I don't know if anybody places wagers on golf out there, but maybe probably you don't need to talk to me about that. Okay, so let's get right into the Travelers recap. As I said, Freddie Jakobsen won it with a 20 under, which is this year the lowest score on tour for win, a 260, and that just lets you know how well he played and how easy this course is for those guys. I was down there last week. I saw these guys just bombing drivers, as I said, hitting wedges into greens. And when you give PGA Tour pros wedges into greens, they are going to score, and you can the score reflects that. You can see that certainly you're going to have to shoot a low number every single day out there. He went bogey-free all week, which is something that you don't often see on the PGA Tour. Or, I'm sorry, he made one bogey all week at number 10 in his fourth round. Nobody else went bogey-free all week, obviously. But he made one bogey on the 10th, which is one of the most difficult holes on the course. Averaged 26.5 putts per round, which is a very, very low number. That lets you know he was hitting it close. And also, Freddie Jakobsen's short game is unbelievable. So he did roll in some long ones, and he gets it up and down a lot. But certainly 26.5 putts per round is a really, really good number. He won $1.2 million, which... that's not bad for 4 days of work, right? I mean,
rounds 3 and 4, he hit 100% of his fairways.
There you go. And when you do that on the PGA Tour, you're gonna have, like I said, wedges into greens in the fairway. Gonna stick it every time. Takes home $1.2 million. He ended up beating Ryan Moore, who missed a 4-foot 3-inch putt on the 18th. To fall out of a tie with him. Now, it wasn't as bad as the David Toms incident early this year at the Players because Ryan Moore was actually ahead of Jakobsen, so it wasn't as though he missed it in a playoff where they were both playing together. Ryan Moore, the 18th is one of the more difficult holes on that course, and if you saw the putt, it wasn't a gimme. It had a little bit of movement to him, but you got to feel bad for the guy. He would have tied, potentially went into a playoff. However, you got to give Jakobsen credit for making par on 18th. He was on the tee, made par on 18th to win, and certainly came through. And I think he knew at the time that Ryan Moore made a 5, so he knew that he needed to make a 4. And that can put added pressure on a player, no question about it. Jakobsen, a guy, as I said, with a great short game. Ryan Moore, a guy who's won on the PGA Tour and always seems to hang around. Had an unbelievable amateur career. And it changed his swing a little bit, had an injury here and there, and just an interesting guy. A guy, Ryan Moore, who did not want sponsorship on the PGA Tour, just kind of wanted to do his own thing, wanted to play his own clubs, play his own brand. Eventually signed a sponsorship, now is with Adams Golf. But an interesting guy on tour nonetheless, so it was nice to see him in the mix again and stepping his game up. And certainly somebody who's got the potential to play well for the rest of the season. But Jakobsen is the guy I want to talk about. And where does he go from here? He's a guy that doesn't absolutely bomb it, but hits it straight, as Chris alluded to, hit all of his fairways. In 3 and 4, is that what the stat you gave us, Cruz?
Rounds 3 and 4, 100%.
100% of his fairways, so hits it straight, doesn't bomb it, but has an unbelievable short game as well. So if he misses a green, the chances that he's going to get it up and down for par are pretty good. Where does he take his game from here? He's not playing this week. He's gonna play in the British. Is that a place where he can contend? Does he have the game to do that, or is he more of a U.S. golfer in the sense that he likes courses where you hit it high, you don't have to play stuff on the ground? Or is he a guy you think that can contend in the British, just given the momentum that he's got going? He played well at the U.S. Open.
Well, he's definitely a guy who likes U.S. courses, especially the Beaver, or this course he was at where he shot a 20 under. I think anybody who shoots a 20 under is going to like that course just fine. But you're right, in the British courses, you have to shoot a little lower. You have to really kind of change your game up. And we'll see if he has the versatility to be able to do that. This was his first tour. This was his first win. So,
yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, and certainly when you get that first win, it's just something that can propel you to play some really, really good golf no matter where it is. As he said, he's taking the week off. He probably won't play next week. Most guys that are playing the British will be over there, get adjusted to the time change, start hitting some of those low shots, start practicing some of the stuff. Certainly with the short game, that's something that I look at and say, wow, this is a guy that could contend there because of the short game. I mean, you're going to miss some greens over there. It's going to be windy. You're going to miss some greens, certainly, and you'll have an opportunity to get it up and down, and that's his forte. I mean, that's what he's known for. So he's got an opportunity to get it up and down on those courses when he misses some greens, when the wind affects his ball a little bit, and certainly has a chance to contend there. Obviously, we talked about Rory, who's taken these 3 weeks off just to get ready for the British. I think he's another guy that'll contend at the British coming up, and Jakobsen will take this momentum and keep moving forward, keep it going, and certainly play well there. I don't know. I'm probably going to give him, given it's a major, and obviously TPC River Highlands was not a major, just a regular tour event. I'm going to say he's probably going to finish in the top 20, maybe the top 25, but certainly a guy you like to see play well. I had a chance to follow him down there at TPC River Highlands. An interesting guy to watch. It seems very aggressive yet quiet and not very outgoing, but certainly focused and locked into what he is doing. I saw him play the par 3 11th. Hit a really good shot there. Saw him play the par 4 12th, which is a great hole. Hit a really good drive and another good approach shot. Did not make the putt. Ended up making pars on both of those holes. But certainly a guy that was interesting to watch just because of his aggressiveness, yet his demeanor was more reserved and just focused in on what he was doing. Wasn't paying attention to anything that was going on around him. So keep an eye on Jakobsen. He's got some momentum going, moving into the British, and certainly somebody who could be top 20, top 25 there. And, obviously Rory's going to have a great performance there, I think, just because of the momentum of the U.S. Open, even though he did take that time off. All right, we're going to take a little bit of an early break. We got a lot of stuff to talk about in the second segment. We got Bubba Watson involved in a little bit of controversy in France, which when you think of Bubba Watson, do you think of France? I don't really think of France at all.
Not really.
He doesn't seem like a dude that would be over in France a lot. We got a little bit of a drug issue on the PGA Tour, which is an interesting thing to talk about as well. You don't really associate those two things, the PGA Tour and drug testing and stuff like that. And we got a few other things that will surprise you within this next segment. So we'll get to all that when we come back right here on WGAM.